Most people think that the hardest part of a marathon is the distance. Other things is the pain, others think that it's about the physical effort. But actually, the hardest part is to stay alone with your own mind for more than 4 hours. When your body is tired, your energy is gone, and there is nothing left to distract you. No crowd, no music, no people next to you pushing your pace. Just you and your thoughts. And today I want to tell you what running a marathon alone, not in a competition, taught me about how the mind actually works under pressure. Not in theory, in practice. Don't get me wrong, running a marathon with people is still hard, but it's shared hardship. You borrow energy from different things like the crowd, the noise, the atmosphere, the guy next to you that looks worse than you. When you run alone, all of this disappears. There's no external structure holding you together. Your brain has no choice but to turn inward. And that's the specific moment when things are getting interesting and uncomfortable. At the beginning is this illusion of control. The first 10 to 12 kilometers are almost deceptive. Your body feels fine, your breathing is controlled, your pace is stable. Your mind starts telling you, this is easier than expected, I could do this all day. Why do people make such a big deal out of marathon? But actually this is the illusion of control. Your brain starts assuming that the future will feel like the present. It always does the same thing. And this is exactly why people misjudge long projects, relationships, businesses, and life itself. Early comfort lies to you. Somewhere in the middle, around 20-25 kilometers, something changes. Not dramatically, but subtly. Don't get me wrong, your legs are still working, your lungs are fine, but your mind changes tone. It starts slowly but surely negotiating with you. Maybe slow down just a little bit. Why do you need to push today so hard? What's the point anyway? There is no competition. This is important. Your brain is not trying to help you to succeed. It is in its nature to protect you from discomfort. It doesn't care about your goals. It cares about survival and energy conservation. And right there, that is the moment where most of the people fail. Not physically, but mentally, because they start allowing their brain to negotiate with them. They don't stop running, they stop committing. As glycogen drops, something fascinating happens. Your filters disappears. In most of the cases, people start swearing and cursing and blaming everything around them. So basically people stop pretending, stop lying to themselves. And what remains are raw thoughts, like unresolved doubts that you ignore in daily life. You remember about bad things that happened in your past, and also uncomfortable questions. Running alone doesn't create all these things. It reveals them. And that taught me something important. Your mind isn't noisy because you are busy. It's noisy because you never give it space to speak. At some point along the way, loneliness shows up. Not the dramatic kind, the quiet, empty one. And most people panic here. That's why they think, I need the earphones, I need to listen to music, I need to listen to something, to a podcast or a book, because actually it's a lost time. It's an unproductive time. But here's what I learned. Loneliness is not the enemy. Avoidance is. When you stop running from silence, your mind settles. Not immediately, but inevitably. And once it does, clarity appears. Actually, there is a moment in solo marathon where you stop fighting the reality. You stop arguing with the pain, you stop arguing with the loneliness, you stop negotiating, You stop asking how much longer, you simply accept. This is what it feels like, this is what needs to be done, and I will keep moving until I reach the end. And the interesting part is that this is not motivation. This is acceptance based discipline. And this works in life far better than the hype ever will. This is what running alone taught me. Your mind is loud when it's untrained. Discomfort exposes who you really are. Energy management matters more than motivation. Silence is a skill, and discipline is quieter than people think. Actually, this is a fact. Most people never sit long enough with themselves to hear the truth. They distract, they numb, they outsource meaning. A marathon alone removes all exits. Actually, I don't think everyone should run a marathon, but everyone needs these things: time alone, physical discomfort, mental exposure, a task they can't escape. And all of this because comfort creates noise. Hard things create clarity, and clarity changes the way you live. This is quite an interesting question for you, and I really want to hear your thoughts about this. If you can't stay with your own thought for 4 hours, what are you running from? And what you might learn if you stopped? Please leave it in the comment.